Alright, so I thought it was important to complete the table, okay? Uh, I wanted to write in all the other numbers so that I could see what I'd get, okay, with the inclusion of the new 1 of 4 of 5 of 6 of 0. When the x finally becomes 1, folds inwards, I believe, that becomes Armageddon, yada yada yada. It just means the cell evolves, okay? Now, words are just numbers, okay? Letters are just numbers. Now, I'll show you how we create the G. Now, what I noticed right away, okay, here's your 13 and 13 in the corners of duality on this plane, 26, your n in a certain way. If you add up all the numbers in the square here, you get 32, like the 32 rays of sun on the IHS logo, okay? What I noticed about the 5 and the 4, that's 9, 6 and 5 is 11, 6 and 0, 0 and 6. That could be a depiction of a 60 or a 6 or a 7 or a 61. So, down here, interesting, 5, like you're 55, and you're 50. Anyway, so I thought I'd just show you again a representation. So Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, those are all going to be ones. Those are on day 1, 2, and 3 of the start of creation. This creation of your solids, liquids, and gases. Creation of your solids, liquids, and gases. Solids, liquids, and gases from 3 different points of view. If we are creating our truth, we must understand that we're creating 3 different types of bullshit. One will be upside down, one will be backwards, and one will be flipped. So once these 3 luminaries were created, okay, they created plants, okay? When the plants came, I depict them as going down 3, across 1, down 2, which could be a depiction of X, Y, and Z axes, let's say. And I depict plants as the number 5 because to make life you need to make the V. If there's one thing you need to understand about the story of creation and the building blocks of the 4th column of Fibonacci, which I believe to be a pattern. Okay, this is a pattern, guys. This is like Fibonacci. It's what this is. It's big. The 5 would be depicted, you had to create solids, liquids, and gases to create your plants. Okay? So, on the 4th day was created were all the lights, because, you gotta remember, it's pretty freaking dark. Okay, there's 3 dots in the sky, I'm pretty sure they'd be quite luminescent, but it's dark. So, a whole bunch of lights were created. So, like, the vein system out of our solar system was created. The 28. 28. Okay, we go backwards, guys. Because 4 things were created, the last thing that was created would be closest. Now, after all the lights in the sky were created, a great light to rule the day, a great light to rule the night. So 3 and 4. Great light to rule the day, great light to rule the night. And the stars, the singularity in the flesh of the ET, which is your heart, which is your soul, and the stars. You were born in Earth at a certain location at a certain time where the stars were lined up, and your soul originates from somewhere out there. But in the Bible, they just mention, and the stars. Just thought you'd want to know that. And because we're smart, guys, we know that 3 makes 4 makes 5. 3 makes 4 makes 5. 3 makes 4 makes 5. Anyways, duality is created because we have to also remember that since we've created life, we've created this column. It's not created. Okay, it'd be replicated everywhere. Okay. What else is interesting is that We didn't say, you know, 3 makes 4 makes 5. We don't say that we created anything in this column. We didn't say anything happens here. I'm taking day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Day 7, God does nothing because the G sits down. So because we know we have plants here, plants need solids, liquids, and gases. So they come down, and duality is created, positive and negative. Okay? Or whatever. So, on day 5, Mars was created, the 8, and Sun was created, the 6. Mars was created first, and then the Sun. The Sun is our 6. Isn't that messed up? Day 6, cattle, bugs, beasts. 110, 13, and 7. 110, cattle, 13, bugs, 7, the beast. The beast is 7. The number of God is the beast, 7. Guys. And then man was created, also in Genesis 1. Because man was created. Because we went to this column, all these other numbers were created. So we created man. And male and female. So they could have other little babies. Anyways. So, and then on the 7th day, God rested. And the G sat down. The G sat down. Okay? That's the story of creation. That's the story of creation that lines up with, you know, this depiction, guys. This thing that everyone knows, whatever name it goes by, the tree of life, the tree of death, whatever, it's the same thing. It's the same creation story. Just the numbers are different. And the depiction is different. It shows us the creation of Hex. It shows us the creation of Hex, guys. Because 0 counts as 1. And a circled 15 is 16, guys. Okay? So the tree of life shows us different things. And they don't count the center one, but the center one, in my depiction, I messed up a couple times. It was right, and then I corrected it, but then it was. So if this is, because they don't depict it as anything where everything crosses. And again, that's where your soul comes from when you're born in the flesh, in Earth. And they don't depict it. That's sick, guys. But I'm pretty sure that this is correct up to here. I'm gonna say, you know, I could go wrong, maybe somewhere in here somewhere, maybe that these aren't 100%. Maybe this number is like the entire parts list of all the wires and all the parts of magnets in need to make the energy cell, the free energy device, to create the 5th column, because 3 makes 4 the hard way, guys. And then we create 5 because that's when the X is created, up to 16. Okay? Because that's what we are, guys. We're numbers. Okay? Everything you do, everything you say, everything you hear is just a bunch of numbers that you're decoding without even realizing it. Like breathing, guys. Like your blood circulating in your body. Your body is processing numbers without you knowing it. How many times did I turn this pen? How erratic is my motion? Okay? Like, and get this, it gets even better. Because, again, I saw something when I was doing the whole thing with the plants, and I was counting down and stuff. It reminded me of, like, you know, the depiction of creation of the free energy model. We start with a singularity, and then you add 4. Now, if you add 4 zeros, 4 ones, it doesn't matter, because that singularity is going in and out of the page. So, when you create 4, what you're actually doing is you're creating 4 that'll connect on the outside. But the lines of division, or whatever, the dots, in a different point of view would be lines, would go away, as it would become 1. Okay? But this is literally the creation of the octahedral light source in our celestial sky that provides all of the light to cellular Earth. Okay? So that's pretty wild. So the creation itself is octahedral. Okay? Like, just like, that's what this is. This is the column of creation. Okay? I guess in our third dimension, or n plus 1, you know. But like, you go from 0 to 4, to 5, 13 is when the model starts to evolve, and you look at what was once a dot, which became a sphere, like a sphere, a bigger dot, which which then becomes I lost my train of thought, a circle. So a more complex zeroth dimensional singularity. One-dimensional line, you know, on 2D.